What's up, world? Welcome to the Positive Truth, uplifting positive news for a more progressive society. Tim, what are we trying to bring?
Here at The Positive Truth, we're trying to bring awareness, empowerment, inspiration, optimism, and understanding to communities everywhere.
That's what's up.
Tú sabes.
I'm JP. This is the great one, Tim.
Yeah.
All inclusive, as usual.
Said that way too many times. My bad.
And this is the Positive Truth, where we're bringing you positive news, believing the people around you every single day. We're talking about our favorite positive news stories of the month of April.
Yeah.
It's an audio-visual episode, so you can check out Tim's pretty face on our Facebook, and our YouTube, and our Twitter, where we post the links to the video. On Instagram, we also have that. And Facebook, we post positive news stories as well. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get to our 5 favorite positive news stories.
Favorite most positive news stories of the most fabulous month of April. There you go.
Nice, Tim. What do you got?
Man, one of my favorite positive news stories of the month, we posted to our Facebook page. You actually talked about it. Was about a woman from Hayes. She actually bought out all the shoes from a Payless that was getting ready to close down and donated them to flood victims in Nebraska. The reason this was one of my favorite positive news stories is that she went in there asking how much these shoes were going to cost, and they were going to be way too much out of her price range. So she asked the manager, hey, I'm going to donate these. Is there anything I could do? And what happened was the manager actually lowered the price to $1 per pair of shoes. So she ended up getting these shoes for super cheap. She ended up donating them. The retail price of the shoes, by the way, were $6,000. I remember that. I just now saw that in the article as well.
And she paid $100.
She paid $100 for all the shoes, and she donated them. And it was amazing to me because she went in there with a positive outlook, as in like, hey, I need to do something. Something's going on with these people. I can't do a lot, but I can do something. So let me go in here and attempt. And she went in there with a little bit of money and was like, hey, I want to donate these shoes. Is there anything I can do? Can you lower the price? Since they were closing down, lowered the price, donated these shoes, and helped out a bunch of people just because she decided to do something to get off the couch. And to me, that's super inspiring because there's a lot of times where we talk and we sit back and we want to do something good. We don't do it, though. We sit back and expect somebody else to do it. And the fact that she
take that first step.
Exactly. She took the first step, and she ended up helping out so many people with $100, man.
Awesome positive news story.
It was, man. It was. What about you, sir? What is your one of your favorite positive news stories?
You talked about one I talked about, so I want to talk about one you talked about.
Ooh, I like it.
I like the community sticking together stories. And there was a group of teens who taught a 5-year-old boy with autism how to ride a skateboard on his birthday.
Yeah.
It was an awesome video on our Facebook page. Just got to keep scrolling through all the positive news stories that's down there eventually. I just think it's awesome. Skateboarding community always sticks together. Ideally, communities would always stick together as well. And I can't ride a skateboard at all. And the fact that this 5-year-old went out there and a bunch of teens were like, oh yeah, you got this, man. Just do this, do this. Mom recorded it. It's just an awesome video.
Absolutely.
I just love positive communities. So that's why it was one of my favorite ones.
Absolutely, man. I love that story as well. I'm glad that you brought that one up. My next story is actually one you brought up, sir. So the reason why I'm talking about it is because Edna made sure she stopped me and was like, hey, I love that story you posted about the beeping Easter eggs. And I was like, oh, okay, JP had that one, it was great. And she's definitely said that was one of her favorite ones. So that's the one I'm talking about here. So what happened is that, Easter egg hunts, you place the eggs out, the kids go run and get them. But what about the kids that can't see or have issues seeing? And they came up with these Easter eggs that beep. So for kids that can't see these eggs, they can hear them, go to them, pick them up, and enjoy on the Easter egg hunts. And to me, that's like a beautiful idea. I don't know why I didn't think of anything like that. But the fact that it was brought up, these kids were able to do it. We have a bunch of cool photos in the article that we posted on our Facebook page. Once again, scroll down. It takes a while, but it happens unless you got great internet, unlike me.
There's a lot of positive news stories in the meantime you can read.
Exactly. Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite ones, man.
Oh, we keep the trend going. This is what you talked about.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
It's about the Nepalese army that removed 2 tons of waste from Mount Everest.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how else to summarize this other than we did our trash tag challenge. We love the trend of picking up waste, and an army picking up 2 tons of it. Like, let's
2 tons. Come on, man. 2 tons
better
of
than
waste.
that.
There was quite a bit of like trash tag challenges on our page this month. I actually looked and I was gonna pick on one, but then I was like, wait a minute, there's another one. Wait, there's another. We did a lot of trash tag challenges. There was one that kid from Miami picked up during spring break, picked
Yeah,
up
that's
trash.
awesome.
Yeah, there was another one where this guy cleaned out like 7 ponds where he's from, like picked up all the plastic out of the pond and make sure he cleaned it out. Like there's
And then he got a job afterwards, the engineer.
Exactly, dude. People doing positive things in our community and positive things are happening to them on top of that. Like it's a beautiful circle of life.
Absolutely. So we got one more. But this isn't from us. This is you all's favorite positive news story of April. This is the one on our Facebook page, got a lot of likes and shares. So if you want to participate in it, just go like our Facebook page. Yeah, that's how I type.
I like
It's okay.
that. I like it.
Like, share. You can pick which one we talk about. And for April, what was it, Tim?
Man, it was the high school that we actually talked about months ago where they opened up the school for kids to wash their clothes, the washer and dryer all throughout the day. This same high school, they decided to open up their doors every Friday night to the community so students can stay off the streets. And instead of doing, bad things, these kids are able to go in there, play pool, hang out with their friends.
Play basketball?
Play basket. The gym is open the whole time, which is wild because they wouldn't open it up for us. We're out there in the streets, 2 a.m. playing at parks. And the fact that they did this at this school to me was amazing. It makes me think like, I wish I can do this at my high school, open up the door so these kids can come in here and stay off the streets and
You
not
don't
get in
sleep
trouble.
enough already, Tim.
You're right, man. Dang, I want to do so much positive things because of this podcast, man. We hear stories like this and it's like, this is what a community is supposed to be, and it's awesome to see other people do this outside of our own community because, we don't get to see a lot. We only get to see these 4 walls that we're in all the time.
And sometimes a lot of the news you're hearing isn't covering this.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for.
Usadas.
Tim, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Whenever we were in high school, how much do you think this would have helped us and our friends if we would have had a gym like this?
Man, there would have been a lot
Just
of...
a school to go in there and do positive things.
Dude, there would have been... These kids would have done so much more. I think about it all the time, especially now that I'm a coach. I see kids that were in positions that we were in, and they have so many more opportunities than what we had. We didn't have an adult like kind of coaching us and training us. We were out there playing basketball trying to figure out how to jump ourselves. We would go to the weight room, do sprints, all kind of stuff we learned from random coaches and trying to figure it out ourselves, where now these kids have professionals coming in. These kids have other older community members just like myself and yourself coming in and like, hey, you can be a positive person. You don't have to be angry. They just have a lot more opportunities these days. And for me, man, if we had somebody doing something like this, like there would have been so many Division I athletes coming out of the south side of Oklahoma City.
And that's the crazy thing about this one is that all these teachers are doing it for free, just to keep the kids off the street. It's not even about athletes. It's about like, hey, you can come in and talk, play pool, you can play cards, play games. It's just a positive area where you don't have to be outside doing dumb stuff like drinking, getting pregnant, doing drugs.
It's as simple as caring, man. These teachers care. When teachers care, great things happen, and that's great.
It's almost like we should pay them more.
Absolute facts. We absolutely should pay them more. One day. We got to keep fighting, though.
And that's our favorite positive news stories for April 2019. We'll be back for May of 2019. But until then, we're out. Oh, wait, a quote.
Ooh,
My bad, I forgot.
that was terrible. We do have a quote, and I have one by Will Smith. The first step is you have to say you can.
That's kind of like this Payless story.
Exactly.
I like the time back in. Okay, my bad, Tim.
And
We're out.
stay positive.